Hey, I'm with Roger. I'm at Race Brothers, and we have some advice. Well, he has the advice for you because he's the guy who knows. Good to see you as always.
Good to see you, Tom.
You know, we've talked about things like getting, your lawn and garden equipment ready, and we've talked about different things to do in the yard. Let's bring it into a little bit different area. First of all, let's talk about how you get like your garden ready or your flower beds ready, different things like that. Now is the time to get on that.
Absolutely. Whether it's big enough that you need a tiller, in fact, there's some of those little small tillers that you can lift up into a flower bed or whatever to get the small areas. They're actually more of a cultivator than a tiller, but that gets it all churned up, loosened up. And if you want to put any fertilizers down, that's a good time to get it churned in and get it ready for the flower bed.
Is this the time when you start thinking about bringing some of those starter plants out to the outdoors now? This is around now, and I know people are starting, tomatoes and all sorts of things.
A lot of the early stuff can get going, and all that is going. This year's starting a little late, but you always want to wait till it's really going to take effect and not get a frost and back you up.
And the thing is, when it comes to specific flowers or plants or anything, you have the experts around here. If you want to know, can I plant this now? You'll be able to find an answer here.
Yeah, we'll have people that can tell you, and we have all the chemicals that are for the specific vegetables or flowers, whether it be tomatoes and all the specific ones that need, and if they have problems with aphids and bugs, we've got all that stuff that you can, powders that go on your garden products.
I was going to say, let's talk a little bit, because now is the time you want to get after some of the pests. And I know one that I've had, a lot of people seem to be having over the past few years. That's the moles and the gophers, and you have ways for folks to kind of help get rid of that problem.
That's right, whether it's just a regular old mole and gopher repellent, they're always a big problem. They're really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And we carry the old spring traps.
And they're ankle breakers is what they are. If you walk in your yard.
You step in one.
So it's a good idea now to really start getting out ahead of the deal.
Yeah, and there's poisons and there's the spring-loaded traps and a lot of methods, and they're hard to deal with. That's why you want to get a jump on it.
The other thing I know people talk about are the beetles, the Japanese beetles.
Yeah, we've got traps for the Japanese beetles. There's traps for the mosquitoes. There's traps for flies. All these things have various ways to go, and there's various styles and shapes of all these things. But you want to get, like this here beetle attractant, you want it out away from where you hang out, away from your garden, because you want to draw them away from your vegetables and fruits and yourself.
That's the other thing to remember is when you buy things like this, follow the directions.
They're
there for a reason. Things change. Don't always think I've done that before, I can do it again.
That's right. That's right. Every one of them has a specific way to be used, and follow the directions.
All right, let's also talk about, because if you're going to be getting out, now is the time to maybe trim back the rose bushes, trim some of your trees. You've got the hand tools. It doesn't always have to be a power tool. It can be very simple.
Oh, that's
and
right.
It takes care of the job.
Like we got a couple of them right here. The little lopper, you got the limb saw, little machete case so you can carry it with you. You see one, you go after it.
And this is one of the more simple tools there is.
Basic as there is.
Yeah, and it has the reach and it has the power to get those kind of jobs done. Also, like right in back of you too, it's a good idea. Protect your face, protect your skin. You've got the gardening clothes as well as the tools here.
You've got the gardening hats, keep the sun off of you. Garden tools, we've got garden gloves, face shields, goggles, all the things you need. And if you're using the power equipment like your weed eaters and blowers and all, earplugs.
It's a good idea. You may not think that it's harming, but it can after a while.
That's right.
So protect your face, protect your eyes, protect your ears, protect your skin. Have good clothing that you can use out in the garden or out in the lawn. And you should be able to, ask any other question you might have right here at Race Brothers.
You get all equipped and then you go out and protect your yard.
All right, Roger, give them the message.
You'll like the way we do business at Springfield, Carthage, and Monette. Tell a friend.